They called it a slum, then they took everything. Imagine the government could just show up and take your house for basically nothing. All they had to do was call your neighborhood a slum, and bam, they could seize everything you owned. This sounds insane, but for thousands of black families, this was a real life government program. They called it progress, but it was actually pure destruction. Section 1, the promise of progress. It all started with a giant promise called the Housing Act of 1949. The goal was a good home for every American family. But hidden inside this law was a crazy program called urban renewal. It gave cities the power to bulldoze entire slums. But here's the secret. They would just declare perfectly good, thriving black neighborhoods blighted just so they could tear them down. It was a total setup, all disguised as progress. Section 2, the human cost of a bulldozer. The program got a crazy nickname, Negro Removal, and you're about to see why. Between 1949 and 1973, it kicked over 1 million people out of their homes, and most of them were African American. First, they'd label a neighborhood blighted. Then they'd offer to buy your house for pennies. It was a complete scam. And if you refused, too bad. They took it anyway. In an instant, families lost their homes, their security, and all their generational wealth. Section 3, resistance and broken promises. These communities didn't just give up, they fought back. They organized and protested. But honestly, it was like trying to stop a tidal wave with a bucket. The government literally promised families they could return to brand new houses, but that was a complete lie. The new places were way too expensive, and they used the cleared land to build stuff for richer, whiter communities instead. It's unbelievable. The aftermath and a lasting legacy. So what did they build on top of these destroyed homes? Giant highways that literally walled off black communities, plus luxury apartments and massive sports stadiums. But the most insane part was the destruction of black wealth. Owning a home is the #1 way Americans build financial security. By destroying hundreds of thousands of black-owned homes, this program basically stole their entire financial future, helping create the massive racial wealth gap we still see today. So, a government program that was supposed to build homes for people ended up taking them from those who needed them most. They twisted the word progress into a weapon for total destruction. The buildings are gone, but we can't forget this story. It's one of the biggest injustices in American history, and we have to remember it.